So I got suckered into watching some of the basketball games today. A little bit of hype, you know. I didn't really care who won. I mean, I watched the end of the Atlanta game, then I found out what happened, and then and then I found out that Ben Simmons, like, he only shot like what 5 or 6 times in the last 6 quarters. 6 quarters. Like, oh my goodness. How you're like 6 foot, 6'9", 6'10". You can't even get a sweeping hook, an air ball. Like, I don't get it. That makes no sense. But yeah, but then watching this game or the last game, Clippers. I didn't honestly think they were going to win, but Paul George, I'm not going to say he's an all-star, to be honest. He shows up when he wants to sometimes, and he sometimes only really does that when it's just him mostly handling the ball or doing whatever. But you only get 1 or 2 games out of Paul George like this. But hopefully it's these next 2 games. They'll probably need it in because they're not going to win the next one. The Clippers they're just not going to win the next one. I just know it. But then again, you won't have Donovan Mitchell not scoring more than 15 points or something. I don't know how much he scored, but it wasn't very much at all. I think they kind of screwed themselves in the foot because they stopped shooting or well, not stop shooting, but they didn't still keep going after a 3-point barrage. Like, you can get fouled. Like, they're going to be there contesting it, so you're probably going to get more fouls more times than not. And then maybe if not, you can get transition buckets or 2-point shots or layups or whatever the case may be, just because of a 3-point shot. You know what I mean? Like, and but I'm not a coach, and they're going through it. I know that they could have won at the end of the game, but they just shot some terrible shots, and that was it. But yeah, that's how I got suckered into watching it. Just enough. Went outside. I had my son shooting just some weird shots in his flip-flops in the gravel. I'm keep hitting power lines, and I keep getting scared. I know they're not going to fall because they're up there. I mean, I know they're not hitting it super hard or anything like that, but I keep thinking maybe I might want to see if it's possible to get those moved or raised a little bit, because they are kind of low. But you know, I think that was because of the older generation. It was like 60s or 70s when it was built, so that's when they attached that wire there. So they weren't thinking that people were going to have basketball hoops in a driveway. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, like, I didn't do too much today. I'm trying to make sure before I go to bed, whether or not I know they're gonna do it or not, trying to make sure and tell my kids, hey, get up, just do this, do that. You got this, whatever it is. I just let them know, hey, let's do this. And if they do it, they do it. If they don't, they don't. Well, I'm gonna let them know. You know, I might not know everything that's going on with you and what you're doing, but you do, and you're going to feel pretty bad knowing that you have all these opportunities. If you don't take advantage of them, it's your fault, right? So, like, we're all in agreements with this stuff. So I know on my weekends when nothing's going on, I'll certainly be out there with them doing whatever I can do, because I can't really do too much. But being out there with them and just spending time, even if we're not working out. It's it's a lot of coaching in a sense, because it's a mentality thing. Like, you gotta want, things, and then if you want those things, you have to know everything that comes with wanting those things. And like say for me, like, of course I want more than what I have, so I'm going to try to do more than just this to get where I want to go. That's just, just how it goes. You just don't randomly get into it and it happens automatically. I mean, not saying it never happens, but you know what I mean. Like, I would rather say, hey, it's going to take me, 20 years, whatever. All that time built up, 20 years, it might not mean much to most people watching these daily, or one time a week, or checking in on me once a month, or whatever the case may be. But I'm telling you right now, 20 years of this, even if it means nothing, it's going to mean a lot to other people. These messages mean a lot. Because I'm going through this like many other people are. Some people have more success, some people probably don't. But, we're all in this together. Yeah. What we got? About 5 minutes? Actually, about 3 minutes. I do want to thank you, whoever you are, whoever watches this or listens to this, however you consume this. I don't put this out probably everywhere I need to put this out, but I do try to do as much as possible. I apologize if it is not the things that you want to hear when you're listening or watching. It is because I am pretty random. Pretty much, that's all it is. I don't set schedules except for me coming to work. I don't, for the most part, hardly ever have topics. They just come as they come. Like me watching a basketball game today, talking about that, transitioning into my kids and coaching and mentality and all that stuff. Like, it's just is what it is. It's just how you're able to put it into words, right? Like, it doesn't sound interesting when I talk about it, but if you think about everything that comes with it, the time spent in this continuous, it is something I want to make sure that we both understand, which is, me and my kids. Like, I want to make sure we both understand each other. So I try to put as much time possible to make sure that it is that way. And then, sometimes I am overbearing. Sometimes I am a little bit too much, and they need their space because, I am who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I don't demand perfection. I want them to know that if they want something, that they're going to have to expect themselves to do something for it. You know what I mean? Like, so they can't look at me for something unless it's, something that they have to have. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about the, goals, attainable goals and stuff like that. So now I'm late. Thanks. I'll talk to you later. Just kidding.